It would help if I had the microphone on. I get used to not doing this. Right, so how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. What I was just saying just now is that we got the P1 Crucial NVMe drive. We've had it for a while. I was waiting for Crucial to send me over a second version. They haven't sent me over the second version yet. We got P2, P3, P4 and P5. So I'm going to ask them if I can test them out as well. But this review is going to be about how fast the NVMe is, and obviously is it worth buying. I've used plenty of SSDs from Crucial and they've all been good, and the whole point about having a good SSD or NVMe is to make sure that everything is completely safe. You can have the fastest NVMe in the world, but if it hasn't got no encryption or anything to stop it from getting damaged and doesn't last very long, it's not a very good drive. So we can test the temperature and everything on here as well. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, subscribe, obviously hit the notification bell on so you don't miss a thing. Obviously hit the like button and comment. Alright, so I'm just going to switch cameras now. So this is what we've got here. We just downloaded the Crucial by Micron software. And as you can see, it's got sanitized drive. Sanitized drive means exactly that. Clean it. So completely clean it, so it's all safe in that. It even picks up my Sabrent Rocket 4.0 drive, which is PCIe 4 it works in, to optimize the speed. So we're looking at this drive here at the bottom. And as you can see, the current drive is 43% temperature. I haven't got no coverings or nothing like that. It's just in the motherboard at the moment, which I'm going to show you the video of how we put it on. I think I might do that now actually. I'll show you the video, wherever the damn video is. Let's save it here. Get over here. Right. So what I'm doing here is I've got the plating at the bottom, which is here. I'm turning the power off. You have to wait for the LEDs to go off before I uninstalled it with the PCIe connectors for power. Just taking out the thumb screws as well from out the case. I'm gently going to release the graphics card out. So I'm pressing that button, it releases it there for the PCI slot, but I've still got it connected up because I want to make sure I've got these cables right, and it just shows how easy it can be. Now I've got two screwdrivers. One was obviously for the thumb screws. They were quite tight to hold down that big beefy graphics card, and I got a small one for the M.2 as well. And it's magnetic, because it really does help. So there's the point where I'm going to place one, because my Sabrent drive is in the Turbo M.2 at the bottom. Still the same speed. 16 times bus speed at the top, just above the graphics card. There it is. Crucial P1 NVMe drive. This is a terabyte drive. So we're going to be testing this out because it says that, well, Crucial say 2000 megabytes per second reads and 1,700 writes. So hopefully we get faster or just around that speed. Then I can recommend it. Now what I'm trying to say is that that drive that I've got there is not as long as where the screw is actually positioned. So I need to put the screw down one. So I'm measuring it up, and this is what you should do when you've got this. It's also good to also put it under the Turbo M.2 because that's where the thermal compound is, or thermal pads, to keep it nice and cool. So I'm just screwing it down now into that position. And then get an NVMe, because if you put it down in the wrong position, it will bend or break, and you don't want errors. So it's gone down one. This is what Crucial does. They make loads of different drives, SSDs, NVMe's, but they make different size drives to match your motherboard. So it depends what you want. It's normal standard size. So I've just screwed it down. As you can see, P1 M.2. It's got the size and everything like that. We can find out more information as well because I've downloaded the app as well from Crucial's website. So it's very simple. I'll just put in back the RTX 2080 Ti in there. Beefy card. Absolute beast. Putting the thumb screws back on. Making sure that everything is how it should be. And this is how simple you should be able to do this. So this case is not even lying down. This case is upright in its same position as how I use it every day. But I'm just showing you this is how simple it should be. I'm just raising it up a little bit so it sits nicely. And that's what the drive is. Really, it should have a thermal pad over the top. Especially if you're gaming or well, obviously your drive's going to be used all the time. It will produce a bit of heat. We're going to check that out anyway. Now I'm going to put back the cables, the power cables for the graphics card. There's my loaf of bread head. I don't know what I was pointing at there actually. Right, so that's the end of that. Now we'll come to the Crucial software. So this is the Storage Executive. I'll leave the link in the description down below so you can obviously download this for yourself. And it obviously works to other drives. Now this gives you a whole plethora of information, whether you want to know about physical memory and virtual memory. So when it starts to go in red, obviously you must need to sort something out with it. It tells you exactly what you need to sort out. If your drive gets too big, then obviously you need to get another NVMe or transfer the data that you've already got and put it on another device. So this is my one here. It's got the latest firmware installed. Now, I can't help but stress, it doesn't matter how fast any NVMe is. You can have PCIe 4 that works on AMD or Intel, or Intel's new versions might have PCIe 4. But PCIe 4 is what I'm running on the AMD motherboard. And on the Intel one, at the moment, which is my gaming one, it's PCIe 3. But this still shows that it's still fast enough. So you don't need to just go out and upgrade straight away. But you can literally just a click of a button, latest firmware update, keep all your device nice and secure, and it's all good. As you can see, Sabrin for my drive there, it's good health, and also the NVMe, the new one from Crucial, just put in the P1, good health. So you can literally have driver details, you can have smart options, firmware updates which you can do there, and a whole plethora of stuff there as well. So what we're going to do is do real world results and stuff and find out the speed, but this is what Crucial offer as well. So I'm going to just get rid of that, and I am going to also set the drive up as well. But what I want to do quickly is I want to test the speed. So we'll go to Crystal Disk, what everyone normally uses. Oh, I can't use it yet actually because I need to do the drive. So let's do the drive quickly. It's going to set the drive up so you can have a look, which is, I'll go here. I need to go into the control panel. So if I bring it over here, just large category, and then go to storage spaces, then create a new pool. So go to yes. I think this is my new drive. Format, I don't want to format that drive. Unformatted drive, yeah, so that is my drive that needs formatting. So I'll go down to the bottom here, and I'll go to create pool, so preparing drives. Shouldn't take too long. This is only a terabyte drive. This is what I've got left over, 931. And I don't want a two-way mirror. It depends if you want redundancy and all that sort of stuff. I want it simple, just want it at the fastest speed. So I go to simple, and then I've got 929 gigabytes left. Keep it at NTFS, but you can change it to whatever you want, especially if you're going to run Windows and do it from the BIOS that way. I'm going to have it as layer E, and this is what it's called, storage drive. Make sure it's okay, and then go to create storage drive, and then it comes up here. And then if I go to this PC, you can see that this is where my Sabrent drive is, and this is my new drive here. So now I probably don't have anything. How big is this video? 23. Right, so now what we'll do, we'll go to Crystal Disk and we'll run the speed. So this is drive E. Click it on here, and then obviously do this sequential speeds, and that should be all good. And then I'm going to try and find a video that's big enough so I can drag and drop it on there. There we go, got a 7 giga right there. So there you go, reads are pretty close to 2000 megabytes per second. Write speeds, we were looking at 1700 megabytes a second. If that is what it is, then I'm happy and I'm ready to oblige. But I'm also going to check out the price as well. Let me check out the price for the P1. What is the P1? Crucial P1 drive. And then we want to know if we can get it from the Amazon. Right, okay. Okay, not a bad price. Okay, we'll talk about the price and then, well, we could talk about the price now actually, couldn't we? So I just dragged that over there. So what we're looking at right now, we're looking at £95. So if you were to order this today, you, what is it? It's the 20th of August today. So the fastest delivery time you can order is get it for Saturday, August the 22nd from Amazon. So that is all cool. What is going on there? So we can literally get a terabyte, 2 terabyte, and 500 gig. Now the difference between a 500 gig and the 1 terabyte and a 2 terabyte, the 1 and 2 terabyte do 2000 megabytes per second reads and 1700 megabytes per second writes. So it's going to be slightly different. So if I go to their website, so if I go into P1 NVMe here, you can see that we've got 2000 megabytes per second read speeds, 1700 write speeds. But if we go to 500 gig, it is 1900 megabytes read speed, and sequential write speeds 950, which is definitely near enough double what you get if you get a terabyte and 2 terabyte. Now, what's the difference in the price? We can just check that out real quick. So it's near enough half the price, and it's not bad at 100, near enough £100, including delivery. I guess it's gonna be pretty small, pretty light. 2 terabyte. What's the difference in that price? Wow, that is a big difference. That is near enough 2 times and near enough 3/4 of the price. Probably better off getting two of these, but it depends on your NVMe. How many slots have you got in your drive and that? Anyway, let's come back to this. Right, okay. So that's not bad. We're like 3.5 megabytes per second slower than what they recommend. And I've got this plugged in. Also, I should check. Where's my my drive information? I've got rid of it somewhere. Oh my god. Where is it? Alright, there we go. I'll go back to this quickly because I'm running the read and write speeds right here, right now. And I'm really quite impressed with that. That's decent. That's nice. And the price is pretty decent as well. If you set up your computer a little bit cooler, it might work a little bit different. So let's check that. And it also tells me about error codes and stuff like that as well. Is it this one I need? It's one of these ones that I need the details to check the temperature. Oh, there we go. 64 Celsius. So that's what it's gone up to without any thermal compound. So to be honest with you, if it says it can go up to 120, but it's still in the green. What I suggest is if you're going to get an NVMe that you definitely cool it with thermal pads, but this is what we're here for, to test it out and stuff like that. Also says what PC lane I'm in as well. and also see serial number code. If you normally have a warranty with it. Anything goes wrong with a drive, Crucial are really easy with chat online, or you can send them the drive. But if you need to claim back for a drive, you got that serial code as well, and the serial code just makes it so much easier, especially when it's already in a computer. It could be underneath that M.2 plate that I've got, and that means it's going to be a bit of a problem to get underneath it, especially if you're a bit of a noob when it comes to releasing the retention bracket that's covering over the M.2. So this just makes life a lot easier. You plug it in and it comes with a serial key and all the relevant information that Crucial might want. So that's pretty cool. So those are the speeds that we're getting. I can't really say any more about that because that's really nice. But what we're going to do now, those are the speeds we're getting. We're going to literally do a real world result now. So I'm going to drop it on eDrive right now. This is 7 gig. And that's the wrong video file. Is that the wrong video file? I had a video file. Where the hell did that go? I don't know. This is... Oh, it's disappeared. Okay. Oh, there it is. Right. So, this is like 7 gig. Let's drop this on there. How long does that take in real world results? Done. Literally done. Let's drop it back onto the computer. How quick can that go? I need to make a folder actually. Folder. I'll just do that folder and then drop that 7 gig back on there. This is an AVI file. There you go. It's just, that is mega quick. Doing loads of different files, different sizes, especially for video editing and stuff, you're going to see a different type of speed. So say that you got Photoshop running, After Effects, all that sort of stuff, all the little files, the little editing files are going to run differently, but we can't go wrong. That's what NVMe is, so it's definitely faster than SSD. This is what I can recommend for gaming and streaming at a higher professional level. I can also recommend this for video editing because the drive needs to be as fast, so there's no bottlenecking, so you can drag and drop. So it just shows you don't really need PCI 4. You can still deal with PCI 3. And the motherboard that's in there is roughly about £300. But then I'm obviously using quite a fast CPU. I'm using a 9900K. So when you're going to use new motherboards, you're going to definitely might see a little improvement. Depends how you set the computer up. But this computer is just like put together, not overclocked, straight ahead. And it hasn't even got thermal pads on there. And you saw it like raised up to 64 degrees. So what we could do is add another fan, and then we could have it as blowing straight onto the NVMe from an intake. So cool air from the front of the case, intake, straight over to the NVMe, cooling it down, and then straight out as an exhaust. And there you have it. So there's nothing more else to talk about this NVMe. This is, I wanted to get 2 Crucial P drives. They did send me 2 of them. I lost one. They said they were going to send me one a couple of months back, and I still haven't received it yet. And if I did have that right now, let me change the camera view right now. If I had 2 drives, I was going to put it in RAID 0 to see if I can kind of mimic PCI 4 but just faster. So 2 drives, 2 terabyte, less than £260 would be £95 each. So basically, it's like £190. That is like £70 cheaper, but it depends on how many spaces you got on your motherboard. But also, it would be much faster, so you could have it you could got 3 different ways, and you can change it. So yeah, I'm waiting back to see what Crucial is going to say. They've got faster drives now anyway. I've had this drive for a long time, but yeah, this is the P1 Crucial drive, £95, recommend it. And yeah, that's all I can say. I'll leave the links all in the description down below. But yeah, hope you're all having a great day, and this has been your man Roger D. I'm out.